Welcome to the heart of Atlanta, Georgia, and Central Park Stadium. A Week 1 showdown between two teams hoping to get things started on a great note. It's the Condors and the Georgia State Panthers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Guys, Georgia State's head coach told me before the game, and he is so excited to be back at his alma mater. He said that they have so much potential, he understands the culture and what makes this place unique. They were in the top 25 last season, but he believes with the right recruiting and the right buy-in from the program, they can be in the top 10 or even better, maybe the playoffs this season. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The Panthers offense will go on the attack first. And we take a look at a guy who didn't burn up the recruiting rankings, but man, is he being productive. Kind of came from off the radar a little bit to win the starting running back job in his collegiate debut. Calls his own number. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here's how the career starts. His first carry. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Brown wants to pass. Finds his back in the middle. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. The Panthers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Lyles. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. The Panthers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Motion from the wide receiver. On the option. Quarterback keep. The give to the back. Might have a chance. Touchdown, Panthers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And I love how this offensive coordinator uses all of his playmakers and all of the speed. This is a guy that we've seen hurt defenses before catching the football, but you can get him involved in the running game as well with the option play. You get him on the perimeter. He's the pitch man. Nobody accounting for him. It's an easy walk-in score for the offense.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a way to put a stamp on that one with a 41-yard run to the house. He'll bring it out. It's King. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. So the Condors offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need him.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you can't.
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down. The option run to perfection, and it will move the chains.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Wide receiver comes in motion. Nice move to keep running. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. This attack's so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. Gives it on the option. Could be an alley. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. And it'll be the Condors have pushed it inside the 20. Rides to back and leaves it. Fighting off the defender. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll run the option. Oh, the quick spin move. Touchdown, Condor! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go on the attack. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
He'll keep it on 2nd down. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Brown will throw it. Going downfield for the big play. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. A low line drive and not his best work. And that's where they'll spot it, just inside the 45. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. There he goes. He's picked up 48 yards for him on the ground now. What a first quarter for this guy. Now on 2nd and short after that pickup. Gives it on the option. And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Motion from the wideout. Bully ball on 3rd and short. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Condors will line it up on 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Fires on the run. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Condors!
Yeah, and really nice job seeing the middle of the field, seeing I can go deep and attack the middle of the field. And you can tell he runs a post, ball's right on him, catches the football, and then gets to gallop right into the end zone for a touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. The give on the option. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Unloads it left. He makes the catch. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Panthers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Brown wants to pass. Plucks it out of the air. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Now this is the way to come out of the gate and set the tone. Back and forth and already inside a minute to go in the first. Finds the big tight end. And he just kept running and he ran away from the crowd and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Georgia State.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. It's a draw. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Looking to throw. Here's the pressure. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. And it'll be the Condors line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Oh, that punt has been cleared for takeoff. Look at it go. Makes a move. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. Let's take a look at how these quarterbacks have fared in the early going after the first period. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Wide receiver going in motion. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. Not many play calls a coach likes better than this. 2nd and 1 after getting 9. Quarterback keeper. Here's a little room there. Slides, avoids the punishment, and picks up the first down. Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. They'll run play action. Pocket breaking down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Finds his man. It's Wiles.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They're able to make the stop, and not before Georgia State has a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Here comes the option. The keeper on the option. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Really nice job by this defense. First down was not successful. They get the second and short, and those are the downs where they can be really aggressive on offense and take advantage. So you kind of don't know how to play it, but they did a good job playing the run, protecting themselves against the pass, and now forcing a third down.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
Goes to the option. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Panther!
Man, it's so nice to have an offense that can do so many different things and attack you different ways. When you run the option the normal way with a running back, the defense knows how to play it. But how about this? The receiver out wide, now a little confusion. QB takes advantage and punches it in for 6.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Maybe some room here. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. He now has 63 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. You hate to see this, all of the work in the offseason and injury this early in the year. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. The Condors are marching down the field. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Makes the catch. Turning it on. Inside the 35. Knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. And it'll be the Condors go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Quick release by the QB. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. That last connection just a hair short of the first down, but it opens an array of opportunities on 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's right. Oh, they're after him. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. The Condors, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. On the option. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Touchdown, Condor! And they take it in for 6 more points. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
He'll bring it back looking for help. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Oh, and then he's got room. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. The Panthers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Running inside, it's Butler. Finding some room. They wrestle him down after a pickup of 11 yards on the play, and we've reached a 2-minute timeout. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Now on the option. The option, the keeper. The transfer has it his first carry. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Looking for room, it's Butler. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Georgia State ready to go with another 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll move the tight end. The play action fake. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. After getting pushed back on the holding call, here comes 2nd and long. Fires to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Now on 3rd down for this offense. Brown will throw it. Fires it down the seam. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You could see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And it'll be the Condors will call on their punt team. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? Catches it cleanly at the 20. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And there he goes. Touchdown, Panthers. The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through. The whole thought process is just get the ball back, and what will we do on offense? And the special teams takes care of that.
What a great job by the special teams unit, making a big-time play. Listen, the offense was going to get the ball reached. Yeah, I get you, but they got this taken care of. Take the punt return, make a few guys miss, take it all the way to the house. Really good execution on that punt return.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. They'll run it from the gun. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with Colorado taking on the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. And it's the Buffs, setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. Two teams who were very familiar with the end zone today, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Now back to your game at Center Parc Stadium. We figured we'd be in store for a defensive stalemate. Instead, these two teams have moved the football on the ground. Kind of a throwback game, and I'm not sure there's any need to change it up in the second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Center Parc Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Ready to start things here in the second half. Georgia State about to kick it away. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
Guys, I caught up with the Condors head coach. He is so frustrated with his defense right now. They've given up over 80 yards on the ground in that rushing attack. Known for their run game defense, they have got to be more stout at the line of scrimmage. The good news, they are running the ball well. The line of scrimmage has been dominant. He said, we've got to keep it going on offense and tighten things up defensively if we want to stay in this game. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Facing a third down and short from the 26. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Condors will punt it away on fourth down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Motion from the wide receiver. The run inside. It's Poe. Maybe a crease. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run the option. Pulls it on the option. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. The Panthers are facing third and inches. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Into the house. Touchdown, Georgia State.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you scored. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The option look. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
Playing the option man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
There's a crease. Inside the 40. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Condors! He ran through tackles like water through a sieve. His third touchdown of this game and his third on the season. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says,
he's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up. It's because of that awesome kickoff return.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. There's some room. Quick step and go. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. And it'll be the Condors will snap it on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's right. Rush is on him. He'll pull it down. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The Condors in a good spot here with 2nd and short. On the option. Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. And it'll be the Condors back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Leaves it with the back. And he stopped right there, no gain on the play. Didn't get much on 1st down, it's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Lets it go to the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. Now, there is a flag down on the play, but when you knock through a field goal from that distance and you're not going to get the 1st down, I think you just keep your points. can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Give to the running back. Got a little grass. Touchdown, Condor! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on.
Oh, he's got some space. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Motion from the wideout. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10 as we are getting this season underway in the opening week. Spits it out to the back, and he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the right.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. That's the end of the quarter. Georgia State has the lead here. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Off the play fake on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Going to the running game. Might have a chance. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Catch in the middle. It's Garrison. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Wide receiver going in motion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Man, those last 2 plays were disasters, and now it's 3rd and 17. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Firing deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Condors decide to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Georgia State takes over as the offense comes out ready to go on the attack. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pope. The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll move the wide receiver. his feet at the 40. Makes the catch, and he's free. A huge play there, and he has them set up and in business at the 30. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. Trying play action. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And they'll get him down after a solid return. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds. Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 2. On the option. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's right. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. 3rd and short now from their own 48. Gives it on the option. Picks up the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And it'll be the Condors have their offense in high gear. Motion from the wide receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Condors now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Running to the left. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Right back to the well. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. And it'll be the Condors will try to pin them back with the punt. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Running inside. It's Hart. Got enough for the 1st. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and, of course, the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs, and get a W.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. It's caught downfield. Touchdown, Panthers. Once he got some room, it was over.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Back to throw, it's Wright. Working that left side now. He smashes his way through again. And he's got plenty for the first down, and now they'll have a chance to get their thoughts together coming out of the 2-minute timeout. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. They'll run the option. Oh, what a move. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
Looking downfield on first down. Here's a heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Using his feet to buy time. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking to throw on first down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires to the wideout. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Defense ends this game in style, coming up with a turnover, and now they can just kneel it out. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute, get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now, to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.